Hey there, I am JB and we're here with part 2 of the playthrough of Ylands. For today I hope we're gonna get all the way up to the island that is behind the island between In. And the last episode I did ended up wanting to unlock a chest because I got a lot of stuff with me, as you can see right down here. And also I have been seeing maybe a couple of flowers that I'm going to bring with me. So the chest is going to be very handy, and I was saying at the outro, you know, maybe a whisker basket or something would be handy. Then I was looking at this and I'm like, oh, might be this one, but obviously wicker furniture, which is this guy right down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and research this thing. And then go to the crafting, and then let's go to the furniture, containers, baskets, and there we have it. We can craft 2 of these. Now we first need to get our ship into building mode, so let's just do that. So to get into building mode, we just have to look at the helm and then hold down E, and there we have it. So this guy, let's just craft one of these guys, let's say behind here and one behind here. I actually would like to have more. Just gonna need to have a couple of sticks. Let's just grab a couple of them. And oh, this is also gonna be very handy. Sea urchin. Now I think that we can just go to details. No, we cannot use hinges yet, but we can break it, which you're gonna get a spine and some fish meat, which is also very handy. So if you cannot catch any fish meat because you know you run out of normal meat in order to unlock the recipes, and just, you know, get it via this, I would say, because you need meat for the bait recipe, something like that is what I'm trying to explain. All right, that is one. Now I do remember from the older tutorial map that there were a couple of these chests down here which you needed to grab. There was a part of tutorial. I wonder if they're still here. Yes. Okay, they are still here. Now the only problem is going to be that I don't have any diving set to say. The diving set is going to be very handy to dive deeper. So how about you're going to see if we can unlock that first, because maybe in one of the chests there are like a whole bunch of sticks to be found. I think it's going to be very handy, right? So we do have primitive diving, but we need a ladder working first, which obviously we're going to need to have some boar hide. Now I'm not sure if 2 boars are going to give 3 hide, or with other words we might need to go to another island first. I just want to see how far I can get, you know, before I have to. Just open it, take all, go up, 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 up. The next one is a lot lower though. And then we have another one that is pretty much lower. So now I kind of need to go up. You know what, I want to see if I can do it. But it will just... You know, we have a health bar. Take all, go up, 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 up. Come on, do it. Alright, so it is possible to do this without diving here. That is just very lucky, and yeah, I'm lucky to know that this stuff is here. Now, you can also grab some kelp, of course. It's also going to be very handy. Yeah, there is enough kelp everywhere anyways, and these guys are going to be handy later on to make like shark repellent, if you would. That's 1, there is 2, and you know what, let's add in this side. Okay, so let's just drop in some stuff. I think I want to have food based stuff right in here, and I remember with the editing that I was looking at this one instead of this one. And this and that. Okay, so another thing that I would like to have on my ship before closing it up is actually to have also a wicker bed on it. So at least one of these guys. Now for this I just need 2 elephant blades, which I should be having in here. Yeah, wonderful. It's gonna get full pretty quick on this one. And I'm also going to organize a couple of my basic items for now. And I'm going to destroy this knife, which will give me some gravel and pieces of wood. And here we have a coconut drink. Which, now I'm thinking of it. Can I actually make some more of that? Yes, I definitely can make some more. So let's just do that. Alright, I'm well organized for now. I've also seen that I actually could have a, what is that called? A tool, and yeah, we can have a pickaxe, but I'm gonna wait with that. I wanted to have like a stone hammer, maybe for whatever. Yeah, the reason I'm gonna wait with a pickaxe is because, you know, I know something. Because I'm not new to the game completely. I'm really going to need to get those eggs done. So in this case, I'm going to be done with my ship. And I'm going to take a little nap. Now there's also something to keep in mind, like if it's getting really bad weather, then sleeping in your bed is not going to be a thing unless your bed is in some kind of a hideout type of deal. Right, and with that being done, which I shouldn't be going away just yet, there's still something I wanted to do, so let me just quickly do that. Now, I also do know that on the other island behind the one in the front of us is there are a couple of boars, so I'm going to try and see if I can get my needy needs. Yeah, so we're gonna get, oh, 2 boar hides. I thought we would get in 1, apparently not. Alright, we have it. Now another thing that I quickly wanted to do, or better to say, this is something that I wanted to do in the first place, is actually get some of these plants that are growing, because I don't have that just yet. Let's head out. Let's discover the wonderful world of Ylands. We're first going to stop right down there in the front of me, which I know you can get a pickaxe, so that's why I didn't want to craft it. And so I know a lot more about this beginner map. Maybe they've changed something, maybe not. Just going to figure that out. And we also want to be careful not crashing our ship into the shore, because it will damage our ship. Alright, some resources need to be mined with a pickaxe, like this clay deposit. Take the pickaxe, and this is, why I didn't want to grab one. So in this case, I'm just gonna switch this off and switch that off. I like to have my weapon in one, and then my tools just like that, and then that like this. And how about that and this? Cool. Now I'm all of a sudden thinking about it. Oh, they have closed. No, they didn't. They just... there might be some diving stuff to be found, actually. Now, let's see. We have simple boots. Now, let's check out the details. Help against the freezing cold, which is very nice. And these guys helps against the freezing cold. Okay, they're both simple boots. Simple boots and pirate boots. I like the pirate. Okay, in here we have nothing. We could take another one of these, not really necessary. And yeah, this door seems to be screwed. But we are lucky to be on a PC version. We can just dig out the ground if we like to. Now the reason why I'm saying that is I wonder how this is going to be on a mobile version. Alright. Here we got kelp flippers, which could have been very handy before. We don't need like a diving tank or stuff. Now in here, I'm not sure what is in here. Any other than bubbles? Come on, go up. Ooh. Okay, they might have changed something, because I remember back in the days there used to be a sign down here, so I'm not so sure all of a sudden. That's fine. Alright. You know what? Stone chunk is gonna be super duper handy actually. So let's grab that. And yeah, let's go around. And I like to go around via this side for a reason. And I will just show it to you once we're getting there. Which is this down here. Alright. So we have here another fishing rod, which I forgot that it's a thing. It's okay. And in here we have clownfish and we got some fishing bait. So along the way you're gonna get your stuff anyway. Let's see what is up here. Right, there's a specific object that should be placed in the bowl. Any active held items can be placed by pressing V. Excuse me. Oh my god. We have a fishing hat down here, which is also lovely. Take some sticks. That stuff. I'm just gonna grab everything. Well, almost everything. Alright. One more. Come on. Go. Okay, so it shows a fish. So in my case, I think it would be obvious to grab the clownfish, press V, and place this fishy right on there. And then boom, we did it. Fantastico. Grab that. Never tried this before though. The reason might be that developers are actually hardening out all of the items that they have been making to you know, add a little bit of a difficulty of getting stuff, which is okay. Right, I want to grab all of that, and we're gonna take our stick. Ah, it's still here. Very good. Now, what I'm basically saying here, okay, let's grab all the feathers first, is down here there might be some iron. I'm not sure if it's still like that. This action requires a more advanced tool. Ooh, okay, so I wasted a little bit. But once we have the option to, you know, do some iron stuff, we can do it with that. I am not so sure what kind of a tool we need. I'm also not sure if it will show us like, hey, you can do this with that, or you can do that with this. Let's click on the details. Used for digging and mining, able to mine clay and flint. So it does tell us what we can do with it. So yeah, it's definitely going to be handy to read that out, because yeah, now I just wasted a tiny little bit of that good stuff. And now that we are here, I'm gonna grab if I can. Yep, that stuff, this stuff. Let's just move on to the next thing. Alright. Alright, and so we be here. I just had to clean up the inventory for now. And from this point on, we need to go up to there. Once again, meanwhile, I'm gonna grab some stuff, and look, eggs. This is what we needed for the roasting. So let's find a couple more, and then we will be able to roast some food. You don't have to eat raw meat. I cannot imagine that will taste good. Alright, I think I have /is collected enough stuff. Well, let's just go up here. Because, you know, that tree looks inviting. Meanwhile, grab a lot of sticks. Especially if you are planning on to build a lot of stuff, everything is coming in handy, right? Alright, now there is this over there, which I'm going to assume it is still the index. Not sure if I'm wrong or right about that. Right, let's take a look. Let's read the book. The codex, not the index. Alright, and was this helpful? Sure. I know it's going to be helpful. There is all kinds of, you know, information in this guy, and now I also see the codex is now accessible. If you open your book, it's here. I'm not sure if it was here before. I actually hope it wasn't, so it will make sense to have it right now. You can find everything, guys. If you're new, this is where you need to look at stuff and things, you know. And I think I'm going to guess that everyone should have 2 island accounts. Like, you should have 1 island account, you know, if you like to, with the DLC, where you specifically going to build some stuff. And one would be fun without the DLC, to just do the exploration part. If you know, are looking for some relaxment, I think this exploration stuff is very relaxing, starting at 0. I think this is gonna be it for this area, so let's move on to the next one. And you know what, this guy looks inviting. Look at these big ass logs coming from it. Holy smokes. Alright, and so we have reached our destination. Alright, the sun is coming up, so we got a lovely day to explore this island and see what is up with all of the other little tasks, and we might be able to find some new stuff around here. Now, what I probably end up doing for the next episode is build a little base out here, just something small with a lot of storage and a couple of workbenches, so we can start focusing on building a bigger ship in order to, you know, go out and do all the need that we're going to need to do. So this down here, build a way up. Reach the top of the tower, you can craft and place more straw blocks. Once researched in the tech tree, they can be found on the building elements. Okay, straw blocks, huh? Oh, I see, they made a start already. Got some grass in here, which is going to be super duper handy. Ooh, this is very good. Make some bread out of that. And also going to be handy to have some farms, and I'm thinking about it. So in this case, we need to go to this one down here, and we need to go to the straw blocks, which I have everything. And now in this case, we can make something out of straw blocks, which is super duper nice. Right down here, and 1 by 1, 2 by 2. I think I want to have these. So now we can climb our way up. I'm just gonna place it here and there. Do it. See? Alright, very good. We have reached the top and we have a stone demolition hammer. Ooh. We got some more stuff in here, very good. We got a hard-boiled egg, we got some plates, some decoration stuff is always handy. Now this demolition hammer though, might become handy to demolish stuff. I'm not sure what I can demolish. I cannot demolish this. I could pick this up. We cannot demolish any of that stuff, but we can demolish, however, our tikis that we have been placing down, which is very simple. And we could also use a block in order to remove a block, so which work a lot faster. So if we have a couple of blocks here, just line them up, which you can also hold it, line them up like that. Now if you would use your demolish hammer, it's gonna go, you know, on this speed. But if you would use a block, just spam your right mouse button, it's gonna go way quicker. But you don't always need this block. Sometimes you just need to remove one thing, or you need to remove something between in the hole. This hammer is this block is way too big for that. So you can just use a hammer for precision work, to say. Alright, so if we take our map, it seems like something has changed though. The reason why I'm saying this is because it used to be another objective right down here, which is not here anymore. Now, back in the days, it used to say, hey, you can make cotton stuff. Now cotton has been moved up. We have the diving stuff and then fighting, which kind of surprised me because we also had taming a horse there. Now I'm not sure what happens next if we're going to get off on this. I'm not sure if the game is going to explain it, or there doesn't seem to be a, you know, second tutorial map for the things. So in this case, we can do a little bit of exploration, which of course I know another thing. Think it's still a thing? Yep. But this chest is locked. Now I'm very curious what they have been doing on that island. If you not really tame a horse anymore. We got a couple of mushrooms here. I'm just leaving that. But I do know where the key is at, unless they also change that. Anything else on this island? I don't think there is actually. So what I'm going to do is just clean this area up. Alright, and meanwhile I am actually busy with the stuff. I want to do a little bit of a animal control type of deal. Basically, a lot of these scraps will eventually go into the water and they can get stuck. It's possible. And then they start breeding like rabbits and it's gonna go wrong. Alright, now all the crabs are cleared up. I'm really going to need to have something good. I'm going to have farms going. I'm going to have a lot of storage because I keep running out of stuff and yeah, I don't want to fool around. Let's do some hardcore grinding for our new home base. The first thing that I am going to need is a couple of tools and maybe a couple of blocks. So let's find out where the tools are at. You know what? Maybe I should first look at the tools. No, we don't have a shovel just yet. Where do I find a shovel? There we go. Simple tools, which unlocked a rake. Asian tools will unlock a toolbox, which is going to be super handy, and a wooden shovel, which I'm going to need. We also have glass refinery, which I'm going to have a couple of sand. How in the world I'm going to get sand without a shovel? I mean, I could just use my thingy to get sand, right? But I think. There we go. So that is how you get sand. I just wanted to be sure. So let's unlock this one. And for this one I need glass, so we're definitely going to need to place one of these down. Now that is actually, I hope, not too difficult. I can actually craft that. I don't want to place it down just yet. What I need are wooden blocks. But we also have wooden logs, so let's just do that one. Now we have wooden blocks. We're going to need to have planks and wooden nails. Now for planks, I believe we're going to need to have a we need copper ingots. Oh god. You know, I don't need a nice ground. I just need to play this damn game. This is not a building series, JB. Keep that in mind. You just wanna get stuff going. We don't need like a nice floor and a cozy house and all of this fancy stuff. I just want to play this game. I need to keep that in mind, guys. Okay, so I got a lot of green area also down here, and this green area is going to be super duper handy in order to you know, farm some stuff. And I'm being so careful with this. Okay, I can. So let's just break all of these. Then we can plant these guys around. And then we're going to make our cornfield here so we can keep eating food. Which I'm saying that so, but I need to keep in mind that I'm going to need to get flour. And for that I'm going to unlock this, and I do have a couple of pieces of meat. But you needed 3 of these and I don't know, so many eggs. Yeah, 3 on 3. So now we unlock baking, and for baking I need 5 corn, which we will make. We need to have some berries, and berry should be found anywhere. Well, at least we have our glass, so for that we can now obsidian pickaxe is better, and I want to have a shovel and especially the toolbox, which probably I won't be able to fix because I need kelp. Oh yes, that is going to be so super satisfying. You just put all of these dawn tools into this thing except weapons. Yep. Look at that. Just drop it all in here. Look how much space we are saving with that. Of course, we also got food basket, we got herb basket, and all of that good stuff. Now I want to quick take a look around if we have any herb bushes down here. Berry, I mean, meant to say. Doesn't really seem like on the first view. So we might need to take a look in one of the other islands. You know, I think that island would be most obvious, but I just want to check here because I once again know certain things. Makes it a little bit more easier. Here we have it. So here we have a tiny little farm, which once again, shovel, I should have explored. Like, you know what the thing is? If I really want to have a saw and a couple of other things, all I have to do is just head out to some other islands. I mean, you know, the only risk is basically a little bit like, okay, I'm going to have enough food to stay. Now down here, there used to be a horse statue, which is gone. And there used to be a horse, which is gone. So let's climb up this mountain. Yep. Here is feather, some eggs, this and a rusty key, which we're going to need for our chest. Alright, so on this island, can we find some berries? I'm not sure if something changed big-wise. Yeah, something definitely changed. So there used to be some magical blossoms down here and a book on how to craft potions, which is gone. It's okay. But I just wish maybe there would be like a second tutorial island where you learn the second thing, but I'm not sure what is the reason for the developers to remove potion stuff. This guy here is also gone. Wow, so much changed. Now, if we cannot find any berry bushes here, there won't be any berry bushes there, but over there, I'm gonna have our first fight, and it's definitely handy to prepare for that. The only thing I've kind of decided what I want is just basically stack up on food, get some little bit of armor going and a weapon, and I'm like, you know what, let's just slay whatever is there. Grab our iron from that island in the little cave. You know what, let's just head out. I mean, let's not stay here chicken out, whatever. Let's just go with the flow. But of course there is also this one other thing that we're going to do right down there in the ocean, but we're going to do that all in the next episode. Alright, and for that I'm going to need to have the scuba diving stuff, which at least a breathing sack, and we're going to need to have leather, and for the leather we're going to need to have the canning rack, and we have a lot of boars over there, so